This is the gene at the heart of today's news about breast cancer. They call it BRCA, and if women inherit a mutated BRCA gene, their risk of developing breast cancer can be almost 90%.
Remotely hungry, are you?
That was the prospect facing Caroline Presho when in her early 30s she found out she had the BRCA gene. 4 years ago, she decided to have a double mastectomy, then the only way of reducing her risk. Now, she will be offered the option of drugs that prevent breast cancer developing.
It's absolutely fantastic. It's something out there for them, some hope for people who are in this situation, because it's very daunting to be told you have an 85% lifetime risk of developing breast cancer. You decide you don't want surgery and then you're left. But now at least they have something they can take that will reduce their risk by 40 to 50%.
Only a few weeks ago, Angelina Jolie announced she'd had her breast removed because she carried a gene that put her at nearly 90% risk. But now, after NICE's recommendation, women at high risk, over 30%, have another option: to take drugs like tamoxifen to prevent the cancer developing.
Well, we're looking at potentially 500,000 women in the UK who are currently healthy women who might have an elevated risk of breast cancer. Now that's a lot of women, and if you're concerned about it, then it's the kind of thing that you really should talk through with your GP.
Taking tamoxifen for 5 years reduces the risk of cancer by 30 to 40%. It does have side effects, a bit like the menopause, but they usually disappear after 6 months. And it's cheap, only £120 for 5 years, compared to £10,000 or more for removing the breasts.
By and large, the main side effects are very tolerable, and for the fact that these drugs prevent breast cancer 15, 20 years later after only 5 years' use, then that is something that most women, I think, would be prepared to go through.
But it's still a difficult decision facing women with the BRCA gene because the drugs have potentially serious side effects. At least they now have the choice. Lawrence McGinty, ITV News.